Hey, what's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another live. I'm excited tonight. It's Saturday night. Saturday Night Lives are fun. I never don't look forward to a live show. It's a bunch of fishing friends talking fishing, lures, gear. Almost knocked my pop off there. And tonight we're talking deals. Oh, I love deals. My pocketbook doesn't love deals. I've already picked some stuff up. I know, Randall, you picked up some stuff today. I'm excited to hear what you think about that. Looks like we got people rolling in. Hopefully, is audio working, picture working, everything looking snazzy to everyone, I hope. That light over here is
everything's
bright.
Everything seems to be working here. Nobody's saying otherwise. Well, Debo stood up. Somebody take a drink.
Hey, take a drink. All right, we're live. Well, tonight should be fun. Talking deals, some stuff I've got. So, Randall, you called me earlier. Oh, we will be doing a giveaway. The winner from a couple lives ago, we did the Okeechobee Craw unboxing. One of them already sent out thanks to my thermal printer. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I have a thermal printer. And the other winner, we were talking back and forth, and I think he maybe had already won because he deferred it and said, hey, give it away to somebody else who could use it. So that's what we're doing tonight. A whole big thing of, should I open it? Should I open it and show everybody what they're getting?
I do a Debo unboxing of the stuff Debo sent.
Hey guys, we're going to do an unboxing of the stuff that I had. I was going to send out, but I didn't.
A live unboxing of stuff I'm giving away.
We'll open it up and show people anyway. I might do another giveaway. I don't know. I just I spent $110 I think on extra shipping through giveaways and shipping out my lures because my stupid shipping was all messed up. So yeah, good times. But anyway, I got all the stuff completely packed in here. We got some big bite bait. Whoops. Hit the microphone there. Whoa. The microphone's
oh, no way you did? I couldn't tell.
Just shot snot out of it. Some Okeechobee Craw looking like beaver deals. We got some, and these are all Okeechobee Craw inspired. Thanks to Mr. Philip Cheek. I don't know if he's in here or not. Some trick worms. We got some Okeechobee Craw deals. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. Y'all have already seen them, so I'm just gonna go through it quick. We've got some net bait pack of slims. We got some V&M J bugs to throw in here. A couple different Strike King deals here. Let's see. We got some of the little rodents. We got some of the Ned Craws. A couple different jigs here.
Jigs.
And let's see what else. Jigs. Some of the Rage Punch bugs. Some Z-Man Billy Goats. Randy, didn't they call you that in high school? Wasn't that your nickname, the old Billy Goat? And some baby pack across. So all this going away tonight. Depending on how the night goes, if we have a whole bunch of people in here, maybe I'll do another giveaway. Or I don't know, we'll talk about some stuff. Maybe we'll do a little buy-in on the tackles. Do a giveaway that way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you all want to do. Of course, Rich G says like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, it's free. It helps me. I appreciate it a lot. And I do appreciate all of my members. I'm up to 116 when I last looked members, which is awesome. People who pay to support me and help me in my adventures. I appreciate a ton. Nick Rodriguez, speaking of members, says, uh-oh, thermal printer, drink. I know. You guys get a kick out of it. What do we do? So, okay, deals. We're talking deals tonight. Randy, you picked up a couple things. I'm going to get ready and share here. I will say I've got everything linked below. So Tackle Warehouse, American Legacy Fishing, use Gramps' code, Gramps10. They've got some good stuff going on. Omnia, use Serious Anglers code. Theirs is 20% off right now. Great deal until I think September 5th or 6th is all that you can use there. So otherwise use like Rich Hellabasses or Punch Fishings. I think they get like 15% off regular. But Serious Angler had like a little special deal going on until September 5th. And then also Thunderhawk. So Thunderhawk reached out to me. They had sent me some of those new colors. The Papa Waka, I'll show those again here. But they are doing a 20% off deal. So They did it especially for the show. Super nice cats. I love them. It's down there. I think it's Debo Fishing 20 for 20% off on their website. And I link that. And we'll look at all these kind of as we're going through, run through them quick. But speaking of Rich, Hellabass, there he is. Tow vehicle shopping is sucking the life out of me right now. Yuck. That sounds not fun. Luckily, I just have a little 11-foot John boat, and probably a smart car would pull it. But I love my truck, and I would never, ever give it up. But okay, Randall, as I get ready to share here, what did you pick up? What deals did you find at the Shields' today?
So yeah, it was the Shields', and I didn't grab the plastic or the actual bait itself, just the gear, I guess. So the first, and I do got to say that this was a kind of a splurge of a pickup. You get the was the camera. This is the old Corrado. Let's see, which way am I going? Can you see that there?
Corrado, yeah. You're a little laggy. I don't know. Are you on Wi-Fi or your phone?
Nope. It's just on my phone. So
okay.
This is
probably all those crazy Nebraska Cornhusker football fans out there making stuff loud.
Right. As I try not to shove the tip into the ceiling fan. It's a 7.4. It's the 71HG Shimano. It's the MGL. Is it MGL or MCL? MGL?
MGL. Yep. Did you say it's the 70? That one?
Yeah, the 70. Yep. So this is, it's got the, your precision braking on there. It's got the drag star. I feel like it's really small compared to the other drags on the other reels that I have. I feel like it's really small, but I did have a little bit of an issue getting this thing dialed in. I was having some backlash issues just because I'm not the smartest man. And so I actually did shout out to Debo, and I was like, hey, the Corrados, do you want the internal brakes floppy, or do they need to be like stable or whatever, He's like, they need to be floppy, keep them floppy. And I was like, oh, okay. So
keep it floppy,
I had no brakes
boy.
turned on. Yeah, keep it floppy. And unfortunately, I had a mishap with my previous jig rod, which the Jordan Lee, wasn't it? Lou's?
Yep. Abu Jordan Lee. Abu.
They're Abu, yeah. Yep, Abu. And that was it was super budgety rod. I think it was less, it was sub $100. It was probably even sub $90. It was pretty cheap. But I found this on sale today. If you can see, it's the here we go. It's the Shimano Intenza. And this is to replace. This is going to be upside down, but it's the Intenza.
Yeah.
And that's the new jig rod that I'm going to be running with. And I think this is probably going to be more of a permanent jig rod than what I've got before. I think these, they retail for like $210, something like that.
I don't think that much. We'll look here.
Pull that up.
Just share real quick.
No, but I got it for $109. It was maybe
like 125, 130 maybe normally.
Was it? Okay. Oh yeah, it was the what was the other one? I was checking out the
Zodius is the one you were looking at.
Zodius, yep. And I didn't hate the Zodius, but it didn't there wasn't enough difference between the two, in my opinion, just feeling them there in the store, that I needed to go and spend the extra, I don't know, $40. Well, actually, it was more like $60 to upgrade to the next one. But yeah, I pitched this around a couple of times. I actually really do like these grips. I don't know what you would call them. It's kind of like I
think they call them like their Apex grips. It's almost like a soft Velcro, like the hard side of Velcro.
I was going to say
like a real soft type of that.
It is. God, what does it say on here?
I think they call them Apex grips is what they're. Did I pass it? Intensive.
Yeah, I can't even read what it says, but it says there's a something right there, and it's super hard to read. But I think it's more like
alpha grips.
Okay, G alpha, maybe, who knows? Anyway,
yeah, G alpha.
I think it feels more like a really fine grit sandpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, I almost feel
really,
like a
really,
really like small Velcro, like not
yeah,
big and hard. Like I don't know.
yep.
Yeah.
So if you're pushing like a 600, 800 sandpaper, it's soft, but you know it's there. So I feel like this is going to be a good rod. I feel like it's going to hold up. The thing I actually do really like is, and I text Debo and I was like, I'm looking at this as I get it rigged up, and I'm like, where in the HE double hockey sticks is the hook keeper? And if you could see, like
It's right
right where the
there.
nut is to screw on the handle, it's got all those holes in it. So you can just throw your hook in there. Dunsy. And this happens to be, what was this one? Heavy. It's a heavy, fast 7.3. It feels good. It feels really good. I can't wait to actually hook up. I sent Debo a text on my way back to the house today, and I was like, I caught a case of the DEBO'S today when I went out fishing. Pulled up to a spot with all like 100% anticipation to walk by this area, but I just so happened to grab my frog rod, and as I walked by, I see all this scum everywhere, and I'm like, man, okay, I'm just gonna throw a couple of casts out there. Like third cast out, I get a blow up, and I'm like, dang it, why did that have to happen?
Mm.
Cast again, couple more, and I probably missed 6 fish. Just well, the what's it called? The drag gremlins got me. I set the hook on one, and I'm like, oh my god, and it's just pulling, drag, pulling, drag, pulling, drag, and I'm just like, this is not
I
happening.
don't know how. You are the only person that I know that every time you're out, how'd my drags get turned on? How'd this drag get turned on? It must
I
just get turned on in
literally,
the truck. Literally, there's nobody and there's no way that it gets turned on in the
I
truck
have,
every time.
I have no idea, no idea. I will say I've had less issues with any of these new Corrados that I've gotten recently with the drags or with the drags coming loose. So it could have been an issue of older reels and the drag just isn't holding up like it needed to, kind of getting weak, just with how an older reel will
Weak.
probably start to do. But yeah, it got me today. I had them about halfway in to the bank, and I just couldn't get the drag set good enough and came off.
Poor Randall. The story of
Disappointing.
the frog lost life. Elliot Cutright, new member. Elliot, thank you very much for becoming a member of the Fish and family here. And Mr. David Rauschenbach, my friend, thank you so much for the $10 bomb. I appreciate that a lot. Help pay for all the shipping. DEBO'S crankbaits got here awfully quickly. Well, cool. Thank you for the order, man. Yeah, I think I had 33 orders I got all together. It took me a couple hours to get everything put together, done, labeled. My shipping was all messed up, I found out. So I think I charged like the first 6 people like $9.50, almost $10 to ship stuff. But I made them whole. I sent them a free lure. I always believe in making it right for people. So then I was in looking, and apparently like it got switched to like a big box as the normal shipping thing for my lures, and people are buying like 2 crankbaits, so it's like 2 little things, and then anyway, fix that up. So I did. I think I linked my website below. If not, it's just DEBO'sfishing.com. I've got some crankbaits still on there. Added some more. I think 3 more Tequila Sunrise craws. Those went out quick, so I was happy to see that people like that one. I might have to change that to Pops's Tequila Sunrise craw or something like that in honor of my dad. I mean, he's still alive and anything, just that he loves the Tequila Sunrise. But David, thank you so much, man. Let's get into some daggum deals. I've been reading through the comments. Y'all are funny. I think Philip Cheek said Kirkland's had pillows 40% off. Tell Stubby. He's not allowed down here anymore, that old animal. Yeah, Dizzle throwing down some stacks. Let's see what else. The hookup tackle is doing almost 15% off on everything. Fish in the Southeast. Thank you, brother. That's one that I haven't shopped there for quite some time, but I've ordered from them a few times and it was always good service. Let's see what else. Just bought an $8 jerkbait. Why? I'm not sure. Are you saying that's expensive? Is that not expensive? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying there. What else we got? Dizzle on the Shimano train. Yeah, Dizzle. He's not a Daiwa lover. I think he's kind of a Shimano and Abu guy, I would say.
I think I'm moving more away from the Abu though. I mean, I got
Really?
not with me, but I think I might only have Shimano's with me on this trip. Very possible.
Wow.
But I have a couple of
Randall.
Dios now too, though. Like 3. Lose. That's the other.
Yep. Glasgow Woodworking, go Hawkeyes. Dude, we barely, Jeremy Breed nailed it right there. Go Hawks, they survived. Yeah, it's it might be a bleak year, to say the
What
least.
kind of
to say
turd show was that? I saw the score. What was it, like 2-3 or something?
I think there was like 21 putts, 21 punts in the game. Like it was just neither side could do anything for offense. So it's fun to watch football. I'm not a diehard. Like there's some weird people that are like eat, breathe, sleep. Like every life is college football to them. And I love college football. I try not to ever miss a game. Like I love watching the Hawks, but man, there's some weird folks out there that it's like, you got to remember these are like 18, 19-year-old dudes out there, playing
Kids.
football. Yeah. So cut them some slack. Like people were getting, like the fans were booing today at Spencer Petras, the Hawkeye quarterback, and he's not great. And I know people get down on it, but it's like, man, come on, help the poor kid out. But anyway, let's see. Let's first look at some deals. So Gramps was talking about American Legacy. I'm going to try to get Graham or American Legacy on one night. There's some good folks. I've talked to them a couple times. But let's actually just start with them because I did already put in an order with them. And I used Gramps' code. And I got a couple things. I would figure you wouldn't have wanted anything because every time I ask, no, I like to feel it first. I like to get it in my hands. And that's exactly how you sound. That impression is spot on.
I'm so happy that you're more than just a 45-minute drive away from me right now.
Okay, so Labor Day sale. Go over to American Legacy. Great spot. I've bought a bunch of used things. Actually, the last one. No, I don't think it was the last one, but one of them that I've got on there is one of these. Where the hell did my screen go here? Was one of these. The old Shimano Corrado. I didn't get the E series, but I got the G, which was the series right after this. People were talking a bunch of crap about it, saying, that one sucks. That's when they stopped making them in Japan. Take them apart and look them inside, and they're almost identical. But I love the old greenies. Like I've told you all the story before. I sold mine for like $40. So I kind of made it a deal to go out and find some again and get them in my arsenal. Okay, so Gramps was saying here, let's look. They had you go over to the Labor Day sale. There's a big button you can press. It says Labor Day sale. There's apparently a secret code. Dio and Shimano are weird. You can't like outright advertise sales and stuff for them. I don't know how all that works, but like when you go to like Tackle Warehouse and they have like 15% off on a lot of the stuff right now, that'll still show in the cart. Like when you go to pay, not in your cart, but like I pay through PayPal. And when I ring it up there, it shows the discount if you buy like a Shimano or a Daiwa. So I don't know. It's weird. You emailed American Legacy. They give you a code. 50% off used gear or 25 when you buy 2 or more. I did buy a couple used things. Dobbins rods, really good sale. 20% when you buy 2 or 25% when you buy 3. And then some other things. So that's what I bought. Now, Gramps was saying they'd have in the new, which is what I bought, a casting rod, the Shimano variety. I'm not going to do that. Let's just do this. They have the new Shimano SLXs in. So I want to get one of those, check it out, compare it to the old SLX. I'll do a video of that, kind of unboxing, comparing it to the old one. Oh, that's interesting. Do they have like a swim bait version? They have a full handle one. Oh, they do.
Those are pretty sharp there, Debo.
7-8 heavy swim bait.
Wow.
Okay, I guess I didn't realize that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. But I just got the medium heavy to kind of do it all. The look on them is nice. The old ones didn't look bad, but I feel like they definitely stepped up the looks. The old ones look kind of cheapy, like the old black with like just blue on them. Not that they were bad rods. I had one and used it for a full year frog in the 7.2 heavy and liked it a lot. I didn't have any issues with it. So I'm excited to get one of these. 7, I think mine was like the 7.2 medium heavy, I want to say. Is it this one? Must have been that one that I got. 7.2 medium heavy, I think. So $99, $100 rod. Can't beat that. And then you use Gramps' code. It worked on it. And let's see. Let me go back here to the used stuff. Now, I've talked about them before. Highly recommend this if you're looking for gear at a good deal. Let's see. I guess you have to go over here to use stuff.
The
rods are, yeah.
I'm checking out the used stuff right now, and they got a Abu Garcia Xenon on here.
The Xenon.
Yeah, it's the right-hand retrieve. The reel 8.3-1.
Oh,
for $331. You should get it.
I've already got one. I got the JDM version. I'll have to do it. Oh, they do have one. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. So a lot of good deals on here. Oh, they've got a couple of another Xenon 254. Oh, wow. Those are. Oh, that's the Xenon X.
What's the difference between the two?
They have like 3 different lines of them. Xenon X is like the lowest one, and then they all kind of go up. But yeah, good deals. I mean, I actually got I'll kind of spoil it. I got an SLX, another SLX MGL, because I like that little reel so much. I wanted to pair up SLX to SLX. So if I can find them here, I don't know if they have any left or not, but what the hell? Why am I in? Well, anyway, you can scroll through here. I don't know why it went to spinning reels. I thought it was just casting here. They might be out of them now. Nope. Out of stock on that one.
I was kicking myself the other day. I was out here, and they had like virtually a brand new Revo winch, my traditional jig reel. They had one that looked pristine in box, and I don't know why I didn't get it just to have it.
Yeah, so 4 in stock, excellent condition. I don't know. Bateman was saying they do like when they go to shows or whatever, the owner would buy like the show models or whatever. I could care less. Everyone I've got has looked like it's not even ever been touched. When I go very good or excellent condition. Forgot to shut off the air compressor. Sorry. So yeah, definitely check them out. Use Gramps' code. I also got a rod. I'm going to save it because I'll do like a little unboxing and some comparisons. But yeah, good deals because I think the SLX MGL regular is like 150. So that's that one. Let's get over to comments here real quick. I did see that I got a donation, and I do not want to miss it. Another $10 bomb. Damn, Dan. Cheers, my friend. America. He said, got my 4 baits from Debo. Unbelievable paint jobs. You've come a long way with your painting. Super stoked. Here's a little extra for shipping. My brother, thank you so much. You did not need to do that. That's not why I was saying that. You guys owed me nothing. $40 of that was actually for, was it Ken the one? I think it was Ken who won the reel. So on my members giveaway, I gave away a Diawazillion SVTW favorite reel. I think best bait caster on the market right now. But I was going to give away a Metanium because Jim Tackle Junkie, I don't know, I haven't seen him on, but we joke around every time that when we do a live, we're going to give away a Metanium. So on my members only for hitting 100 members, I gave one away, and he's like, actually, can I have the Zillion? I'm like, sure, I'll buy you a Zillion. And then when I got ready to ship it out to him, he's like, oh, hopefully it's not an issue that I'm in Canada. I'm like, God damn it. So I think it cost me like $44 to ship it to him in Canada. I'm like, no. But I'm a man of my word. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. He's like, if it's too much, don't do it. Or if I need to pay for shipping, I'm like,
we'll ship it right up to like what Niagara Falls, and somebody up there can hand it over to you or something. Meet me by the water in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Throw a rope across the water and you can tie it to it and you pull it back. So Dan, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the money, the tip, the donation, whatever you want to call it. Daniel said, insight on the Dobbins reels, next reel review. I haven't got to touch any of those yet. I haven't used them. I know Hayabusa Rich did a review on, I think, just the spinning rod or spinning reel, sorry. So check that out, but I have not used either of them yet. Let's see. Is Guggen having a sale for Dizzle? I don't know. Randy bought a Guggen rod today. Who knows what else he left with today? He wouldn't show me, but I saw glimpses of the green stuff in his truck, but he wouldn't tell me what he bought. So I'm sure he probably spent like $300 on Guggen stuff.
That's what Debo said, and y'all can fully understand that was a lie because I didn't drive my truck here. I drove my car. So Debo telling tall tales over there.
I just meant vehicle. I'm used to you always driving your truck, so it doesn't matter. That's not even a part of the argument.
Just semantics, huh?
The rod, it was amazingly light. I don't know what Gramps was talking about. The new Xenon. Gramps said I held one of the new Xenon baitcasters. Felt like complete garb. The side with the magnets felt terrible on the palm. So the one I have, I would say that's funny it's funny how people can have two different opinions, because I would say that the best part of this reel is fit in hand and feel. But I will say that like when you like smoothness, definitely had a lot lacking. I expected it to be way smoother for, I think the JDM one's like 490, 480. So I was like, dude, I mean, my $200 or $180 Corrado K is smoother than this. But casting, man, it will sling a lure, and in hand, I feel like it's tiny and it's super light. I think it's like 4.5 ounces. The one that I got, 4.8 ounces, weighs nothing. But I don't know. We'll see. I think me and Punch might do a trade. He's gonna send me one of his Steez A's to try out, and I'm gonna send him the Xenon. I'm sure he'll rip it apart. Punch doesn't hold back, so. But it has a little bit to be lacking, but other things are really nice on it. So I just don't think it should be in that price category, but we'll see. What else? Randall, if you're seeing anything, feel free to yell it out. Andrew, real quick here, off topic, been having issues with the trialing knot. Any common mistakes? Andrew, the first thing I would ask is, are you using the trialing knot with fluorocarbon? Because if you are, there can be issues. You have to make sure you wet it. You have to make sure you cinch it slowly, and you have to make sure you pull the tag end down and help it down with your fingers. It definitely works better on copolymer and monofilament lines that have stretch. I've actually used it for frogs before. Not that I would, I guess, tote that or recommend it on 65-pound braid, but I have used it on 65-pound braid. But definitely copolymer and monofilament, it does the best sticking back. Otherwise, on fluorocarbon, you've got to be real careful. What's wrong, Randall? Are you?
I'm just having to try to focus over the frat party going on across the street for the game that just got over a few hours ago. Now they're revving up their car and probably gonna start doing burnouts or something. Dang kids, anyway.
Get off my lawn. And don't buy stuff online because I can't feel it. Silly Dolphin. When you do a review on the SLX, can you weigh the rod and show the balance point? I will. However, Silly Dolphin, people have ripped me apart for showing the balance point, which I think is funny and contradicting. I think actually they were saying like 3 people on a video in a row said, oh, showing the balance point doesn't make a difference. If you watch the guy from Hookup Tackle, he says anybody that does that's an idiot. I'm like, well, that's fine that he owns a shop and he has a bunch of expensive rods and stuff. But if I show the balance point and I say what reel I have on it, it kind of gives you an idea. Of course, if you have a reel that weighs 9 ounces versus a reel that weighs 5 ounces, it's going to be different. But at least it kind of gives you an idea, for people to see. So I think it does make a difference because I can have a rod that's heavier. Rod A can be heavier than rod B. But if rod A balances better and feels better in my hand, I'm more than likely going to use it more than rod B, even though it's a little bit heavier or not as good on paper. So that was one big thing that Gary Dobbins talked about when Rich Hellebass had him on the show, how much balance comes into play for him. So
I did want to say congrats to Mr. Pink Floyd, just for the simple fact that at 7:59 he wrote that he picked up 16 new to him crankbaits for less than $3 a piece.
Dang, nice.
That's a bargain.
I like
Heck
that.
of a bargain.
I like bargains.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how here. Yeah, Fat Boy Fishing. Holy crap, Nick. Nick posted on his thing he was giving away a $400 gift card tonight. I couldn't believe that, my dude. That's awesome of you. Let's see. Dobbins reel. Oh, Liza says Dobbins reel is not a good reel. Yeah, I don't know where it's made. If it's like just a regular Doyle reel, if it's made in like in the Korea shop, or I honestly don't know anything about them. You'd have to check with Rich on that. Let's see. Let's go through. I'm trying to read through these real quick just to see if we got any other big questions. Let's see. Have you ever had a chance to review the Daiwa Eliminator? I got one for $69 on Tackle Warehouse, and I'm very impressed. All metal frame for less than $100. That must be a spinning reel. Daiwa Eliminator. I don't know about that one. Has to be a spinning reel. I've not used that one. However, I will say I would take a stab at saying probably Daiwa spinning reels are my favorite right now. I have the Laguna, or it's like a $40 reel. Oh, it's a freaking awesome reel. The RG, which is the Regal. There's one up just above that. Then of course the Fuego at $99. They have some awesome reels.
I'm not sure who mentioned it, but I was scrolling through the chat, and I also noticed that neither Cabela's or BPS have any type of fishing sales going on right now. They've like totally transitioned over to full-on hunting that I can see looking at their sites.
Oh, it's hunting season coming up is probably why.
Yeah, it's like there's a hunting classic fall shoot 'em up. I don't know what it's called, but it's full-on hunting stuff now.
Hunting. I like hunting. I just hate sitting in a tree stand for hours and days and not getting anything, especially now, like doing YouTube and stuff. I can't, what's the word? Not legitimize. What the hell's the word?
Justify.
There we go. I can't justify sitting in a tree stand for a whole weekend, not doing anything when I could have been out ice fishing or whatever. So, okay, Omnia.
The Oliphant in Justified. Just saying. That show is ridiculous.
I don't know about that one. Yeah. But I do know Timothy Elephant. Omnia. So go check out Omnia. They got some cool stuff. This is where I got the slobber knockers. I was looking earlier today, and they're completely out. I think Tackle Warehouse has some now. But if you go to them, I go to it on my phone, and you scroll down, and it has new arrivals. So I just scroll down. You can click new arrivals. I did pick up a couple of these, too. They're all upstairs. I could do kind of a conglomerated unboxing, but damn, these swim jigs look sweet. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try them. I've got some Hayabusa hooks. I am sharing, right? Yeah. I've got some Hayabusa hooks, nice hooks. So I grabbed a couple of these, and they look pretty sweet. I don't know anything about them. I didn't know they made baits. I thought they were just terminal tackle. So going to try some of these pretty looking swim jigs. Like I said, I got the slobber knockers here, which I really, really like. That'll be a video coming up. I want to do some other testing with it too. I did grab one of these frogs. I think G-Fan sent me one of these, a white JDM version that you can't get. But I saw the black and purple and had to grab one. So yeah, I might have grabbed one of those. Expensive, $20. But I don't really lose frogs. I just won't throw this in the pike infested waters. Dude, speaking of, Randall, did you see that picture?
I did see your picture. I was going to ask when that was.
I was going to send you a picture of my hands because they were all slimy and ask if you want to smell them. Dude, it was, oh my gosh, it was so fun. I went out on a local lake on my boat. I had a couple hours after work. And I only caught 2 fish, a 9-pound pike, which was an absolute mammoth for me, and then some little dinky guy in a topwater on one of the topwater.
How big was the pike?
9 pounds.
Jeez.
9 pounds. Yeah, he was a mondo.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, since you're still on that Omnia page, have you ever clicked on that Fish Your Lake or whatever at the very beginning homepage, landing page?
I have, yeah, but there's not a ton for Iowa. Yeah, so you can do, this is kind of a cool thing. So, for example, I'm going to do bass of the largemouth variety. And then, so like a lake by me is Lake McBride. So then you can go to one of your local lakes and it checks out and shows you baits that these people, so you have to keep in mind, this is like baits that these people have entered, but it shows you like a chart. So it shows you where it's at here in good old Iowa.
Yeah, I just didn't know
so it has like a chart when you go to it on your phone. It shows like a pie chart of like the most popular lures and techniques in this spot. I don't know why it doesn't do it here.
Is it up at the top in that banner, like right? One of those options right there, or no?
No, not that I'm seeing.
I've never seen it before. I don't know if I've only been to the Omnia site on my phone and it didn't, something weird happened or whatever. But I thought that was a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It definitely looks better on the phone because on the phone it shows you like all the people's reviews and it tells about what they were catching them on. Then it shows like the bait percentage breakdown and stuff. So I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of a cool feature. I don't use that, but
right.
Yeah, good point bringing that up. I think it's pretty cool. So that's Omnia. Make sure you use the Serious Anglers code. I link that below. If you've already used that, use Hellabass, Punch. There's a bunch of people out there that have them. Support one of those good cats. That is the Omnia selection. I'm going to go back to comments here. Let's see. I'm going to close that when I did that. I did American Legacy. Make sure you use Gramps' code. Next, we'll do Thunderhawk, and then we will look at some Tackle Warehouse stuff. So, oh, I should say, crap, I forgot to say at Omnia. At Omnia is where I'll show you on Tackle Warehouse. I think they might have them in now, but at the time they didn't, was the Daiwa Tatula XT rods, also $99 rods. And those things look, I think, probably the best looking $99 rod out there. Now, I know looks obviously don't matter, but again, both companies, I think, kind of competing against each other and revamping a rod that is popular in that price point. And man, it's a tough looking rod. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's see. What other questions we got? Kids doing burnouts on a Saturday night. Oh no, he says. Yeah,
Dang,
quit being
kids.
an old fuddy-duddy, Randall. Jeez, you did that stuff when you were young.
No, I didn't. I was busy going to. Never mind.
Dissel's the scholar in this relationship. Yeah, my vocabulary is not very good. I forget a lot of words. I got hit in the head a lot for like 13 years, so my short-term memory is not good at all. Let's see. What else do we have? Gramps says frogs suck.
Has Gramps? I'm not trying to rub this in, but have you hooked up on a frog yet this season?
I don't believe so. I think he still sent a thing saying, hopefully. Yeah, Bassin with Eddie. So I don't know. Check out my Instagram. If you don't follow me over there, follow me. And I had a picture of the rod. After I landed the pike, I broke my Okuma Psycho stick. Somehow it was laying in the boat and the pike was flopping around like a crazy elephant seal and broke the tip of my rod off. So that sucks. $200 rod out, gone. Let's see. Kent says, love your videos, Gramps. We do love the Gramps around here. He is a good cat. Hopefully I'll get a fish with him someday. Let's see. What else? Lake McBride, my stomping grounds, Nick says. Yep, good old Iowa. Speaking of the Iowa Hawks, right down there, not too far from the Hawk Stadium. Let's see. Oh, so Philip Cheek. Yeah, Philip. So check out Sportsman's Warehouse. He sent me a whole bunch of stuff earlier. I haven't been over there for quite some time, but okay. So he had said Discount Tackle has 25% off on all Rapala lures. What else did they have? He said you can also use, I'll type it in the chat now, Cheek 5, or Philip may have already typed it in there. Cheek 5 for 5% off over on Sportsman's Warehouse. They also have, what was it? A bunch of deals. Where'd they all go? Some buy one, get one rods over there. So yeah, I would say check out them. They've got a bunch of good deals. Philip, thank you for sending all that. Yeah. What was the other one? Academy. I don't have any academies around, but he said Academy had some good Fission sales.
I was looking up DSG also, and I can't. It's not wanting to load anything on my computer right now. The old Dick's Sporting Goods.
Ooh, Braden says, Debo, picked up the big Gabo. Did you do anything with the hooks or skirt? I think I cut the skirts a little bit shorter. I didn't do anything with the hooks. I really didn't want to like that frog because it was expensive, but I did. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of luck that year on it. The black with like the yellow head. I like the ones that have a different head color, not for the fish, but like when you're walking it, you can really tell exactly where that frog is oriented. So like when the you know, the yellow on the face of it or the head of it, you can tell exactly, you know, where it's at in the water. That one just had kind of a unique use to it. It walked really good, had a little bit of spitting action to it.
Real quick, it looks like DSG has actually up to 50% off on some stuff, and then it said 30% on fishing stuff. So I don't know what all's included. I'm just kind of scrolling through now.
Well, speaking of Thunderhawk, Mr. Mike Dove's in here. We had Mike on a live, gosh, I don't know, a while ago. But Mike, we're actually going to talk about the Thunderhawk lures now. So like I said, Thunderhawk was nice enough to do Debo Fishing 20. I linked it in the description below for 20% off over there through September. So that was nice of those guys. And I did want to show, I brought some stuff to show kind of in person here too. So one that I want to play with some more and throw is the smaller A10. So I was out the other night on another one of my local lakes and threw the regular A10 in the new, I think they call it Tequila Sunrise Tequila or Tequila Sunset, something like that. It's not Tequila Sunrise, but in this bigger one. But they also came out with, see if I can get my webcam to focus here. There we go. They also came out with the smaller size. So it's, good Lord, Debo, I got the dropsies. 1/4 ounce on the smaller ones. I think the bigger one's a 1/2 ounce. 7/16, so yeah, almost a 1/2 ounce. So little or smaller version if you're fishing places, you know, a little bit more pressure, you just want to downsize. I think it is, yeah, 3 to 5 foot. And I want to say, oh, they're both 3 to 5 foot. I was going to say this one might go a little bit shallower too, but there you go. That kind of shows the size a little better. Small ones. And I love this spawn color. That color is freaking sick. It's like almost like your sexy shad. I'll take it out quick and then we'll go over and look on the site. But it's almost like a spinoff of the sexy shad, which I've had a ton of luck on. There were some people asking me a while ago if that's one that I use if I don't have shad in the lake. Absolutely. Fish will eat shad color baits, white. The thing is, if you see this from the top, so if you're fishing this just barely over fish, that can be a number of things. That could be a white, like a hybrid. That could be a baby bass, with the white on it. It doesn't have to be, oh, it looks like a shad. It has to be a shad. You have to have those. But it's got like a bluish purple highlight on top going down into a chartreuse and then like the kind of cream bone white on the bottom. Sick little crankbait. It's got like a knocker in it, so it's not too crazy loud. Some of those crankbaits are super loud, and I think that people overlook silent crankbaits a lot, like even like a balsa with no rattles. Man, if you want to talk about going I don't want to say finesse, but going more natural, so many guys throw loud crankbaits. You're going behind a guy throwing a complete silent crankbait. I feel like it's something around here the fish don't see nearly as much. So on the Thunderhawk Lure website, here, I did want to show some of the new colors because I had a great day. You're going to see that video coming up on the, did they have that in the junior? I don't have it in the junior color. Iced tequila? There it is. Iced tequila. So I showed that a while back, but damn, and that doesn't even do it justice. The top is like a purpley, dark blue, purpley highlight. Had a good day on my local lake with that.
Was I out with you that day?
No, no. It was a Jumbo Vigia.
Gotcha.
But I like those. Definitely come through wood well. I know that was something that Mike said on the channel, and I was like, yeah, I can see that because they kind of remind me of the old Lazy Ike. I love how the body goes right into the bill. You don't see that a ton. Usually it's like, and I'm not picking on striking. I'm not saying this is bad or anything. I'm just saying this is what you usually see on a crankbait is, it's the plastic whatever type of bait, and then the lip goes into it. So it's, a lip stuck into that bait, kind of like they do with the balsa and stuff. And I just think kind of that shape allows it to come through wood better. Square bills, inherently come through wood better. That square bill on it tends to bounce off. But I can say that this one did come through wood really well. And then I also wanted to show the Papa Waka. So this was new for this year or /iCast. I'm not sure if it was the special ICAST launcher just new for this year. But cool little bait. In the back of it here, the tail is soft. So it comes with 2 tails. There we go. It's easier to see. It comes with 2 tails. So far, I haven't ripped the tail off. I've only caught maybe like 4 or 5 little guys on it. But it's a bigger bait. I did grab one. It's a bigger bait. It's got a good sound to it, big profile. And I was catching dinks on it. So I know some people, this is a 6-inch bait. Some people are like, oh, you know, if you're going to use small lakes and stuff, you can't throw too big of a walking bait. Or any lure, I guess, for that fact. But this is an all black one. And I hope the tail holds up. I can't, attest to that. I hope the tail doesn't get destroyed too easily. I don't think it will, but that'll come more with testing. All of them come with super sharp hooks. Mike was saying their hooks are from their factory there. They have I guess where they do all their own hooks and I think and components and everything. So front has like a little cup mouth. I wouldn't say it has much of a spitting action. It almost looks like a popper, but really easy, good walking action to it. Good sound. Your knocker, kind of like your spook.
Are those 2 little on the other side on the back? Are those 2 little dots? Are those the connector to replace
those are
the
screws?
Tail?
Yeah, you can't. It won't focus, but they're just 2 little like tiny
Phillips
screws. Where if you rip your tail off, 2 little Phillips screws. You just take it out and put the new one in. So definitely digging that, dude. Cool, different look to it. I was surprised when I took it out. I thought it might be kind of hard to walk with that soft tail. That was just my thought. I really didn't have any idea, but it's not at all. So hope to get some more action on that coming up this fall. I love a topwater walking bait bite. I know they got some new colors in the lipless as well, but how do I get out of this? Those were the 2 that I wanted to talk about. So like I said, use that code below, 20% off. That's through the end of September. I'm going to be showing these in an unboxing too because I got a couple new colors. Philip Cheek will be happy to see this one. It is a blueback herring, Mr. Philip Cheek. He's a fan of that. So, ooh, that's pretty. So we appreciate Thunderhawk doing that for us and hooking you guys up with 20% off. That's pretty damn sweet. What about Academy? Yeah, they've got a bunch of sales right now. We can go look, actually. What are we at for time? 47 minutes. Good Lord. Good golly. I can't believe
How did that happen?
Kuda in the house. I did want to say hi to Kuda earlier, then got sidetracked. Let's see. I do want to shout this out. Ryan Rod, Florida 636, Lou. I'm just gonna call you Ryan. Thanks for the quantum. The wife and I. Oh, it's you. So yes, Ryan was a winner on. Gosh, was that 2 or 3 lives ago? He won that quantum accurist. He sent me a picture today. I won't show it, but I think I shared it on Instagram. He sent me a picture today. He and his wife went out and caught fish on it. So I am glad that went to good use, my friend. Thank you very much for the $10 bomb. Y'all are very kind. I appreciate it a lot. Matthew in the house. Those Papa Walkers are a killer price for a really cool bait. Yeah, they are neat. It kind of reminds you, I think Matthew said that last time, it kind of reminds you that kind of cool garage look to them, garage builder. It's got like, half soft bait, half hard bait. Let's see. So any other questions or comments? Yep, there was Mike saying, yep, that iced tequila. Dude, that one is top 3 favorite lure color right there. Let's see. What else do we have here? Do those do better in the fall season? Yeah, normally walking baits do better in the fall for me. I did have a really good day here on a local lake where the fish were already feeding, and that was mid-August. Crazy. I wish I had a boat so I could have capitalized and chased them more, but it was awesome.
That's always fun watching them blow up and just like hoping you're close enough to try to get to them, and just the whole chase of it all. It's super fun. Super fun.
What else? I'm just scrolling through. Sorry, I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just trying to read through comments. I try not to skip too many of them if I can't. Rich saw my shirt. Best Nintendo 64 game. For me, it's tough, but I would say due to time put in, I don't think you could beat GoldenEye 007. There was quite a few that we played the hell out of, but GoldenEye, man, we would stay up all night. We would throw up the tent. Me and my mom were just talking about that. She's like, yeah, I remember when you kids would go out, Dad had like a big 8-person tent, like half and half. So you could sleep on one side, and then the other side we had set up with like a TV and like all of our drinks. We'd bring a cooler out there and snacks. Corn nuts and combos were always two that we had. And then a 24 pack of Surge. And our buddy Josh always had, or no, he was the Surge. I think my buddy Aaron or Dave, one of them always had to have Dr. Pepper. We would just stay up all night playing Goldeneye. We'd have, 4-man. It was the split screen. Dude, it was so much damn fun. So much fun. Good old days,
who always wanted to choose Odd Job? I mean, nobody should, but
I think we talked about that last time. My buddy Josh always had to be freaking Odd Job. And we're just like, fine, cheating. If you want to cheat. Yeah, we're like, fine, if you want to cheat, we'll be other. I'd be Jaws just to piss him off. Like, fine, I'll be the biggest guy if you're going to be a cheater. So
there's no reason why Odd Job should have been that short. If you see the movie, he's like almost as tall as was it Sean Connery? I think was that James Bond at the time, and that dude's over 6 foot, I think.
Oh yeah, the Rat Benny too. So Paul, sorry, I got sidetracked. Yeah, Paul, I did bring the Rat Benny down. I was going to throw this the other day. Also comes with 2 tails. But this thing's pretty cool. It's a little wake bait. I am not a wake bait guy. I'm not good at them. I don't really know when to throw them. But this is one that I'm like, dude, I need to throw this. But the lake was very grassy. But I think this one will be a good one, kind of come fall too. And I don't know. I'm not confident when I've talked about it before, but there's never a time where I'm like, damn, I wish I had a wake bait right now. I bet they'd be destroying a wake bait. Like, I just need to throw it. I need to get it in my arsenal and start throwing it and messing with them more. But that's the Rat Benny. Yeah, another cool little lure. If you don't want to spend a crazy amount for kind of a cool little rat wake bait. It comes with 2 tails as well on that one. Let's see. Gramp says he's going live tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern. Grant said I can't stream late because of Game of Thrones. Hey, I agree with her there, dude. Love me some Game of Thrones. Okay, let's get over here in about 10 minutes. We'll do the drawing, the giveaway for all those plastics, sponsored by Philip Cheek's Bait Company. Speaking of Philip Cheek, there he is. Academy H2O baits are on clearance, 30% off. Those baits actually catch fish. Yeah, who was it? One of the subscribe fishing friends sent me and you a few H2O baits, and that bluegill one was freaking awesome. That bluegill color that they did. We can bring them up here quick. I don't have an Academy by me. I wish we did.
God, I really wish. We've talked about this before. I feel like there used to be one store in the Westdale Mall before it turned into apartments. You said that.
Whoops, why am I not on Academy?
Sharing also?
Yeah,
whenever.
I'm trying to get to...
Yeah, no worries.
There we go. Okay, so Labor Day sale, 50% off in-store. See, the thing, I've shopped on Academy before, and they never have like a special, like, oh, here's all the fishing. I suppose you have to go up here and go to... See, am I dumb? Do they not have... Do you go to sports and then go to like...
Probably sports fishing. It's probably in sports. I know that's the way.
Oh, outdoors. Here we go. Also. Fishing. Here we go. See, but then you have to go to like. Here we go. Maybe this is what. Because I like when you go to like for example, Omni, and it shows like new deals, or you go to, Tack Warehouse and it has like clearance fishing stuff. I feel like this isn't that well put together as far as fishing stuff goes. Not that
we're just like anything, but. How Tackle Warehouse, when you go to their main landing page, it just says 50% off, and then shop. You click on the button, and it's everything.
Yeah, so like, see, I don't see anything about those crankbaits being 30% off here. I guess there is a thing that says clearance there. I don't know why my screen keeps bouncing. Sorry, everybody. Probably giving somebody a seizure up there.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. So I would say check them out. Now that we say that, I've shopped on here a couple times and got kind of frustrated, but.
Yeah, Philip Cheek made a good point with both Academy and Dick's. They both really push the clothing versus the actual equipment,
Yeah. Ooh, that purple lizard looks sweet, though. Yeah, I don't see the H2O. Here's H2O Express. Do they have that bluegill color? Dude, that bluegill color was freaking spot on, and they're not very expensive.
You keep saying bluegill?
Bluegill.
Bluegill color?
This is not the bluegill color that I was thinking of. Maybe it wasn't H2O Express. It had like a 3D. Oh, that's sick. Shad. Had like a 3D bluegill like printed on it, it looked like. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, check them out. I don't have any academies around here, so I've never ever been in one. But let's get over to the warehouse of tackles, see what they have. They've got some new stuff, some sale stuff. And then we'll do a drawing for some free stuff, giveaway stuff. Okay, let's get back to, gosh, I'm behind on comments already again. Not too bad.
No, you're pretty.
I'm only 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Personally, Tom Alfred, that poor Burley called him forever. It's actually Allred. I still crack up with that. GoldenEye was the correct answer. Yes, Rich. Perfect Dark was a good one. No root beer? No, I wasn't a huge root beer fan. Actually, back then, you know what my Papa choice was? If we were going to our little grocery store? Shasta Black Cherry. You remember Shasta?
Yeah, what are you like?
They had like 15 different flavors. Dude, I love Shasta.
I feel like you're a grandma or something. My grandma would be like, "Yo, you want a Shasta?"
Hell yeah, Grandma! If you got black cherry, hell yes, I do.
You want a Shasta or RC Cola?
Oh gosh, yeah, I remember RC. Okay, I think we're pretty much caught up on questions. If y'all have questions, let's get over and look at some more gear, some sales. Oh, did I see a gander in there?
Yeah,
I missed gander.
Yeah.
Everybody better take a drink.
Did you know that Camping World and Gander have their like thing where Camping World, I think, bought out Gander, and now it's Gander's Camping World or something like that, and all they do is sell campers?
Yeah, that was the whole reason they were shutting down all the Ganders. They were only keeping open the ones that had the big, like, camper space.
Giant showroom stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's share. Let's go over to the warehouse of tackles. I did put my link down there. If you use my link, a portion of that does come back to the channel, so I appreciate if you use it. Otherwise, feel free to shop somewhere else and get deals. I don't care as long as you guys are getting deals and finding stuff you like. That's what it is about. I don't care about the money. So over here, I did see, what was I looking at? The Revo Stx. I got mine for $99, but $129 is still a really good deal on that one. I wonder if it does the 15% off on top of that. Let's just see. They've only got lefties. Sorry, righties.
What is this?
Oh, it does. Yeah, it takes it off $110 for that then.
Dang.
That's a darn good deal.
That ain't bad.
I like that reel a lot. What else did they have? I saw a couple things I wanted to make sure I pointed out. That was all for that one. There was a couple rods I saw that were cheap. This must not be everything. Or maybe that was an American Legacy when I was looking at the used stuff. I don't remember. But they have their Labor Day sale, so you click on it, it takes you over to this page, and it shows you just kind of some of the stuff. But 15% off on pretty much everything. Like I was saying before, if you go to like a Daiwa thing or like, here, I'll just show you. We'll go to casting rods and then do Daiwa. Actually, we can talk about a great budget rod, the Daiwa Iridex, $54. And like I said, I don't think it'll show up when you put it in here, but I had the 7-foot medium, I think. I would go with the medium heavy because it's a little bit soft. I think this is what Basky has. Yeah, $46, and this actually shows it. $46 for that rod is an awesome deal. I don't remember putting that in. We must have been talking about.
Is Stubby going crazy or what?
He's got one of his bone things up there. Yeah, he's upstairs.
Oh,
Sorry if you hear old Stubbins' dog.
I thought he might have snuck down into the basement.
The other one? No, he's upstairs. Damn, there was another rod I was going to say for. Oh, the Arc. So Arc, unfortunately, I'm sure does not watch my streams. It probably hates me now because I told that story. But I never badmouthed them. I didn't think of it as badmouthing them. It was just my feelings on the story. I will say, though, I got the catalyzer. I want to say that was maybe 20% off on that sale. But this is a $59 rod, and so far I have actually liked it a lot. For $50, essentially, you can get it now. $50 rod if you're looking for one. So far, Nice. It's been good. I've been throwing buzz baits on it. I threw a plopper on it. It's pretty soft, especially if you use mono. You can definitely throw like a larger plopper. I was throwing like a it's a Chapo, so that would have been a 120, I think, size. What else? Those were a couple of the rods. What do we have for questions? Let me know. What questions do you have? Gear questions, sale questions, any questions? Shasta, that's still a thing. I don't know. Probably not. Coke, Shasta, great taste because it has to. What else? RC Cola, best fall baits. We should do, I actually might do, Adam, that's a great idea. We might do as fall starts to get here and we get a little bit more into fall. I might do a live where we do some fall baits and do like a little giveaway. Pick out, you do like another $50 or $100 shopping cart. You guys kind of help me pick out stuff and we'll do a random giveaway. That'd be kind of fun. But I would say like for best fall baits, man, spinner bait, jerk bait, topwater walking bait, like we were just showing that Papa Walker, or like a Zara Spook, anything like that, that longer, bait fish profile that just walks back and forth super easy. Ton of fun to throw those.
Yeah, I know jerk baits are always fun this time of year. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is. I just seem to do really well in them in the fall.
The jerk bait you said?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
that's the problem. That is it. You nailed it on the head right there, Hammer. No pun intended. I have so much tackle and so little time to fish. Randall, you caught it. Did you like that one? Oh, G-Fan. G-Fan apparently is inebriated under the influence. He's saying my lures are better than JDM. Absolutely not, dude. But I appreciate you ordering. Hopefully you like them.
I do got to say the big thing with me, and Debo, you know this, and I've complained to you about it quite a bit, all the tackle that I take with me and, downsizing to a smaller bag and not going full size big bag when I go and things like that. I'm really forcing myself just to like go with one type of lure at the beginning of the day and not give myself the entire array of options. And, worst case scenario, if they start biting on something I don't have, I can just take it from you. But,
yeah. Why are you always stealing crap from me, dude? I offered to give you a rod today, even after hear it here, folks. Even after how much this guy bullies me so much, and I offered to give him a brand new jig rod. You all have seen it on here, the things he says to me and does to me. Hey, Randy, if that's how you have to make yourself feel better, you can beat me down to make yourself feel better. I'll be your
good. Thank you.
I've gained 30 pounds, so I can easily be your punching bag now and hold up to it. Yeah, Liza says the tackle tour gave him a good shout out. Arc on that catalyzer rod. I'm glad because I do. And so far, I think it's a good rod. There was another question here about Dobbins Maverick rod or reels, Mike. Somebody else asked that earlier, and I've not held them. I've not done anything with them. I couldn't tell you, but one that I do want to try. If you check out the Reel Test, he's a dude that does like all reel reviews. Super into gear. I need to contact him and see if I can get him on. He'd be a fun dude to talk about gear with. But Arc was nice enough to send him a couple free reels to do reviews on. And I think it was the Andrew Tackle Talk podcast said that was probably the best, nicest feeling reel when he was going through like the new options there was through Arc. So like I said, they are not going to send me anything since I've told the story, but I still would like to try it. I'm always going to give somebody a fair, even if they said, "Hey, Debo, we hate you." I would still give a company a fair shot if it's good and if I think it would help people. The hell is going on? Casting reels. There we go. But it's the new Arc reels. So this was the one a lot of people have said these look really nice, feel good. They've got three. Oh, actually, I think they sent them all three. I think they sent them one of each, but they've got three different levels. But they remind me of a Shimano. Like they definitely have that Shimano look. Like, doesn't that look like your MGL, that 70?
It really does.
Very close. Mm-hmm. But he said they felt good. They felt solid. Same thing for the reel test. He said it was a good feeling reel, smooth.
That's crazy. Hold on. Go back to that picture, the close-up of it. Like even look at the knobs on the handle, almost look the same too.
Yeah, I'm sure
Like
they
that
took a
little
lot of
design they have
inspiration
in there.
from Shimano, which I'm not mad at. I mean, Shimano makes great reels, and if you take kind of inspiration and make it your own thing, that's that's the thing that's really weird about the fishing industry is you see that in any other industry, somebody comes out with something, and then other people try to. I'm not going to say copy it because I say if you do, if somebody makes a brick and the other company makes an exact same brick with the exact same materials and calls it the exact same thing, like that's copying, and like that is baloney. But like when a company takes something for inspiration and makes it their own or tries to like there's only so many things you can do in the fishing industry. If that's the case, only one company could have made worms, right? This company made a curly tail worm. No other company can make curly tail worms ever. So I always kind of like shake my head when people get like that upset at, oh, they just copied this or they did that. Like, each company's trying to make their own. There's people behind that are trying to, I don't know.
There is a line though. I mean, there's definitely a line when it comes. I mean,
Sure.
there's like some of the soft plastics you see out there. You're like, whoa.
Illuminathan nailed it too.
What do you say?
Just exactly what we were saying. Art gravity reel is dope. My friend has one. It's just like a Shimano. Where are they made? Does it say? Are they Korea or? Why does my screen keep jumping up? The hell's wrong with you, mouse?
It's all hopped up.
All hopped up on dead. Shasta. No, that's a plug-in one. I spilled Shasta on it. Now it doesn't know what it's doing.
Your plug-in's going dead.
I don't think it says.
You have had, I believe you haven't touched on either one of these. There's a couple donations. Where'd you touch on?
Oh, yes. No, I have not. Let me get back to so people talking about Stubby Dog. I do love my Stubby Dog so much. He is a good boy. Creekyo. I'll answer this real quick. Papa T, do you use copolymer fishing line? What do you think about it? I do. Copolymer can be a mix of certain things. So like, for example, the P-Line Fluoroclear, super easy to cast, super supple. But I think it's like more of a neutral buoyancy. It's not like a topwater. A lot of copolymers aren't going to be. So it's got the stretch and castability of a mono, but I think it's coated. They do like a coating process because they extrude it in one piece, which is what monofilament means. It's one strand, one, I guess, type of line material. But I think they do like a sheath of fluorocarbon around it when they extrude it, which makes it a copolymer, multiple polymer nylon line. But you get kind of that invisibility of it, but it's not stiff like fluorocarbon. Now, I will say I always go up a size in like the P-Line Fluoroclear because like I think, is that the one that's in between? We could look. But I always bump up a size. So if I would normally go with like 12 on it, I would go up to like 14 or 15. Because it's not like crazy abrasion resistant, like as good as a fluorocarbon. And it's a little bit like smaller line. But yeah, there's different copolymer lines. Some of them do different things. They try to kind of combine the best of both worlds, I guess, in a lot of cases, what they're doing. Gramps put his code up there. Make sure you do save that. If you go over to American Legacy, always try to support Gramps. American Legacy's got some good deals. We went through them earlier if you're just joining. Let me see. Let me get to, okay, so Mac, the This or That King. What is up, my friend? He said, what has been your go-to bait this year and a bait that hasn't worked like it used to? Great question. I don't know that I have had a bait this year that has been a standout. I was having a lot of fun with buzz frogs. Actually, that would probably be the answer, to be honest. A lot of the places weren't where I would normally throw like a walking frog as much. So more of like the scummy, I'm not saying it has to be that, but, kind of the scummy spots where I can't normally throw like a buzz bait type of plastic or like the ploppy spro frog, which I had so much luck on. Actually, we're going to need to look at that too. So I shared my honest feelings. Spro never ever reached out to me, which I thought was kind of interesting because other people said they had shared on their story. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or say that I'm some, famous person or anything, but other people said they had reached out and I had posted trying to be very, kind of it and being honest about, the fault to see if maybe I could help them. Spro never reached out to me, never offered to replace the baits, but other people had said they had shared it on their story and Spro replaced their frogs for them. So Spro's like, F you, like, why did you put that? But I mean, I'm going to be honest about it. I love the frog. That's the bad part, is I wasn't talking crap about the frog. Absolutely love the frog. The action, it's held up, that kind of stretchy Elastec type material, but the stupid weight fell out after like 5 fish, whatever it was. And I love Spro. Like, just the regular Spro walking frog is probably my top, 2 frog of all time.
And like super small fish too, like 2 to 5 small fish, it shouldn't come out.
Yeah, anything, like, I don't know. So this was it, but people were saying that they fixed the problem. So I don't know if they molded it, because that was going to be my thing, is why can't you just mold it into like this Elastec? And I'm sure that's probably expensive, but number one, people were saying they fixed that, and number two, people were saying that they had reached out to him and said if they knew anybody else with the problem, they could reach out to Spro and they were replacing it for him. So apparently they kind of knew it was an issue, which, hey, Ark, take a page out of Spro's book. If you know there's a problem with it, just replace it. Gosh, I feel like I'm ragging now on people. I'm not trying to, but
if there's a problem, anyway. Just don't send. If you figure out there's a problem, pull all of them off, and then don't send more. Don't tell me more.
I understand why they can't do that, because like the cost of shipping, once you get on the shelves and like then you figure it out, I'm sure that's just enormous, to where it's probably not going to happen on all of them. But if somebody complains, there should be a no questions, no ask policy of, yes, we'll replace it and ship it to you for free.
With the day and age that we're living in now, I feel like the repercussions of not doing that will be even more expensive than what they are, because
everything's
you go out
people to see.
And 100 and some thousand people have access to you. The next guy has just the same or even more. So next thing you know, there's millions of people that have this negative thought or feel of what their baits are. To me, it's a no-brainer. Just fix it and make it right. I'm that kind of person. Yeah. I'm always on the board of fix it and make it right.
Yeah, so I would say that either that flappy foot frog, actually I'm going to combine them into one. A ploppy, buzzy frog, so that, or I threw like, I forget what the other buzz bait was that I threw before. And then I was throwing that Picasso one. Actually, I can share since we got it up. Big fan of this dude. It's a smaller compact. If you like to throw plastics on a buzz bait, I think this one's really going to be hard to beat for me. The hell's the name? Picasso. I was having I told y'all I got hit in the head way too much. I can't remember stuff. Picasso. It's the Hank Cherry Buzzin' Toad something. I haven't tried the double one out. I forgot that one. There's one that has like the 2 blades. I haven't used that one yet. I did grab one of them, but this has been the one for me. I absolutely love this. I've talked about it before. It's got the weight is molded onto the shank or the wire part here, and it's got like a little spiky point. So after you thread your frog up and on it there, it kind of digs in and grabs it. So it already comes rusted rivet, so it's squeaky, smaller, compact. It's not very big at all. Do I have one? I'm not going to get up because then everybody will have to drink. But it's a small, compact buzzbait, which I like. So how about you, Randy? What's been your go-to bait this year?
Honestly, I've had the most luck on outside of other seasons or other outings has been the chatterbait. On those days where I haven't been able to catch anything.
I thought you were going to say free ride.
No, I mean, honestly, that's been good, but that's, kind of been unexpected. I assumed it was still going to hold up pretty well. But the chatterbait, I don't know if I had more
free
confidence
rig is what we're talking about there. We call it free ride.
Yeah. I don't know if I had more confidence in it, or if I started, I picked up, or I lucked upon a few of the jackhammers, so I started, using those. And I don't know if that was the deal, or just the confidence in knowing that it was a jackhammer. Not that it changes it necessarily. It's still going to fish how it's going to fish, but I think it's a chatterbait. And then I would have to say, unfortunately, Debo, the bait that hasn't worked out for me has been a frog. And that's not the frog's fault. That's environmentally the environment's fault.
It's
the bodies
definitely
of water
different
faults.
and weird. Dude, everything is so low. There was people texting me pictures of their place. They're like, Debo, how do you deal with this? I'm like, shoot, I don't know. Once you figure it out, let me know, because all the places around here are freaking low as heck too. So
When I went out today, there was a dam, or I guess a little break where must be like a little spawning area that they built for fish on one of the lakes out here. I today was able to walk down onto the little dam, and like the place that was a few months ago, like full of water, and I was, having blowups in there. It was like 100% dry, cracked ground, the whole nine,
Dry, cracked ground, huh? Okay, and while I'm doing this, what has been? Oh, you just said it. It hasn't worked like it used to. Frog for you. Gosh, what would I say? A bait that I used to love to throw. Oh, drop shot, dude. I used to do so good on a drop shot. No, I joke.
Oh wait, hey, since we were talking about it,
actually, you know what? Wacky rig. Talk about complete polar opposites. Last year, hands down. Yeah, there's the old free rig right there. So it's got he's using a pencil style bait there, but it's got a little round ring on it, and it slides around free in front of the bait.
Oh,
hence the name, Free Red. Yeah, it's actually been polar opposites. Last year, hands down, for sure, most fish caught without a doubt on a wacky rig. This year, I think I may have caught one fish on a wacky rig, one single fish on a wacky rig.
You have the times that we've been out, I don't feel like you've really thrown it that much.
I haven't, but I've taken it with me a couple times and I've tossed it thinking I would get a bite and didn't. So yeah, it goes in waves. Like I've talked about that before. You go in waves of like what you have confidence with. Like there for a long time, shaky head. I could not be beat. If I had a shaky head, I could catch fish literally anywhere. And until Randy and I recently had a day where we had really good luck on a shaky head, but prior to that, I hadn't thrown a shaky head for quite some time, so it's
right.
I don't know. I'm going to get the giveaway up here real quick. We will get that rolling, and then we'll go back.
Usually end up kicking myself too, because I'm like, oh man, I really should throw the X, Y, or Z, and then I don't, and then you start throwing it, or I just finally I break off, and I'm like, well, I got this tied on, might as well throw it, and it was the lure I wanted to, and turns out it was the good one. So
it was the good one. Hashtag labor for Labor Day. Giving away the big thing of plastics here. A bunch of plastics, thanks to Mr. Philip Cheek. All of them are Okeechobee Craw. So if you don't like Okeechobee Craw, don't enter the giveaway. If you do like it, enter it because you have a whole bunch of plastics and some jigs. And
must be present to win.
Yes, you must be present to win. Don't enter and then leave, because if you're not here, I'm going to redraw. But Mac, thanks for the question. Always appreciate you, brother. That was a fun one. And Tom Alfred, Tom Allred, joking. Can I order a massive Debo jerkbait for pike and muskie? I don't have any massive ones to paint. And I'm not doing take orders right now because I am so behind now. I couldn't believe I had been talking to my parents a little while back. This is a month or so ago. And I'm like, do you all realize I haven't done, because they always ask me if they can help. There for a while, they were helping me put split rings and stuff on. They would come up. And like just when they were hanging out to visit us, to visit the girls, their grandchildren, my daughters, they would help. They'd be like, oh, you need some help, Dad? We'd hang out in the basement. And but I'm like, you realize I haven't sold lures since December of last year? They're like, my dad's like, what? It's like, get off your butt, except to use another word. And he's like, get him going again. Like, I know, I'm trying. I just got a bunch of crap going on. But Tom, I am going to have some more of the like Mega Bass Vision 110 style. They're not those blanks, of course. But I did get some good high quality ones that are very slow sink. So in the colder water, they should come really close to suspending. But now that I have a fish tank, I can actually test that. That's what I did the other day when I tested those. I put 3 jerk baits on, and they were all very slow sink. So I think in the colder, once it gets warmer, I believe that's how it works, right? They sink in the warmer water. Once it gets colder, that's when they will suspend more. They drop slower.
Hey, weren't you going to send me a picture of that fish tank too?
Oh crap! Yeah, I forgot to take a picture. I don't know that I have a new one, so I did put. I don't want to ruin it because I'm going to do kind of a video of it put together. But here it is. I am going to do kind of a little vidya series on it. I added some manners to it. Hashtag minute. You can't see that for crap, but added some manners into it. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to have a little picnic with the family and bring my GoPro and a couple rods, and hopefully I can catch the green sunfish for it. So
What
I am excited.
what lesson did we learn with the fish tank, Debo?
Don't put sand in. Sand is the devil because it gets caught in the filter and it's horrible. I had to take apart my filter and clean it like 5 different times when it kept sucking up sand. Finally had to get like a little foam, kind of like this, kind of like the cover to the microphone, a little foam thing that stuck over the sucky import. The what is that called?
The
inflow.
intake?
Yeah, intake. There we go. The water intake. See, you are the scholar, my friend. Well spoken.
I like the sound that you made sure to make the sound. That's what helped me. Yeah.
So yeah, I've had a ton of fun doing that. I finally got my driftwood. I had to soak the driftwood to get all the tannins out of it, like the browny orangish color, because if you put them in right away, it'll stain the hell out of your water, unless that's what you want is like tannic water. But I want mine to be nice and clear so I can test baits. So I had to soak that over like a week's time, changing out the water every like 24 hours, 48 hours. But finally got that added. And dude, as soon as I frickin' put that driftwood in, fine wood, pitch to wood, dude, those minnows just took right to it, hiding under it. They look like they're all like cracked out. They're all.
I wish I still had that
things.
picture or that meme I sent to you of something about this is why we always pitch to wood or something like that. And it was a log and there were like stacked gill to gill giant bass just underneath it. It was like a demonstration tank or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yep. That casting tank. Let's see. More likes. Rich, thank you, Rich. So more likes, please. Yeah, leave a thumbs up if you like these lives. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. Help support the old Debo channel. What else do we have? Anything here? Did you do that? Other people talk to each other. I love how people have their own little side conversations.
Right.
Did decent on that. The Whopper Plopper hasn't been as magical for me this year as last. Yeah, I haven't thrown it a ton. I had a little bit of luck on it, yep, but I haven't thrown it a ton.
I don't remember the last time I threw one.
The problem is grassy lakes, dude. So many of our lakes are grassy. You literally can't. You just can't. I mean, there's a lot of places I was even struggling to throw like a buzz bait, buzz frog type thing. Let's see, 2 scum frogs. The weights fell off. Oh, do you have those? I have 2 scum frogs. Oh, scum. That the weights fell off. I haven't had a problem with my scum frogs doing that. Oh, here's a good one. Have you tried the gilly from Berkeley? So I have taken it out a couple times. I just took that out on the boat, whatever night that was. I caught the pike. I have not caught a fish on it yet, but I can't believe that it's not going to be a fish catcher. Like as a follow-up bait, dude, it looks so good when you pop it, like the tail on it. So what he's talking about is, I guess I can share. I don't have to get up. What he's talking about. So we have 146 entered for the Labor Day giveaway. Let's get 4 more. 4 more and we'll do it.
I feel like Hammer kind of made like a point that I wanted to bring up earlier when you were kind of touching on the
go for it.
plopper or chopos. He said too many people have thrown the plopper and the bass have gotten used to it. That's how I felt with the chatterbait also. And Debo and I know have gone into discussions about everything's just kind of cyclical. It's going to come, it's going to go. They're going to get used to one thing. The water's going to be up, the water's going to be down. And some things are just going to work one year and maybe not the next year. The thing for me is to find one of those baits that is going to work year after year. For me, it's a jig, and to kind of get good with it and be comfortable with using it any time of the year, all year long. And you don't have to worry about those, cyclical baits that, kind of come and go.
Yep. So let's see the gilly. So I was going to show it real quick that people let's do the giveaway so then we can jump off this screen and go back to sharing. So I am sharing. I'm going to drop. We got to 162. And then we will see who it is. So for whoever wins, Greg Edinger. DEBO'SFishing@gmail.com. Greg, are you here? I guess we need to make sure you're here first.
I'm looking.
Okay, Rainey's going to look for that. I did see, Bayou Burner, dude. I completely agree. Spro Fat Papa, I haven't thrown it for a while. 55 is a way underrated crankbait. Spro Fat Papa is very underrated. I had a good, probably like a year and a half with that where I was really hooked on that one. The Gilly, I'll show that here. I'm sure everybody's probably already seen it by now once we make sure Greg is here. Rich said, I thought the frog actually still fished decent after the weight fell out. It did, but I had a problem with it landing hooks down and not righting itself. That's one.
Greg is here, 9:13.
Greg, okay.
The other thing is filling up with water and stuff a whole lot easier. I felt like frogs where I've had where they've lost their weights or their plugs wherever they may be located on their undercarriage.
Yeah, it still floated pretty well too. So some of them, like you say, they'll suck in water, and this one still. I mean, it did take on more water, but it still floated pretty well because it's moving. It's not one where you're popping it and then let it sit, You're moving it, you're casting it and reeling it in and just letting those feet build up. But, yeah, it just kept wanting to roll. So, Greg, email me at DEBO'SFishing@gmail.com with a screenshot of your YouTube so I know it's you, like where you would go to comment or go to your YouTube main page so I can see it's you. And then send me your address, and I will get that mailed out next week, courtesy of DEBO'S thermal printer. I have done 50-some labels. This is 100 labels in a row. This is how they come. Prints them out. I'm going to have to switch out labels. And that's how much I've used it, and I freaking love it. If I haven't said so, I love my thermal printer. People are like, God, who is? If anybody just jumped in, they're like, who is this idiot?
Welcome to the thermal printing 2 hours. This is where Debo talks about thermal printing and the joy.
This is where I talk about how much I love thermal printers. All right, guys, thermal printing 101. Let's see. So I was going to show the Berkeley Gilly real quick, but dude, that's one of those lures that when I first saw it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's again one of those where there was some Japanese company, and this is kind of another thing that is a good point. A bunch of people were talking about, oh, it's a Japanese company that's had that around for years. Berkeley just copied them. It's a complete ripoff. So my thing with so much of that JDM stuff is, one, it's hard to get. Like, it's never in stock, most of the stuff. Two, certain things you can't even get over here, like unless you have some special connection. I don't know. C, what was C going to be? I don't know. C is C, A, and B, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that ramp, but
your special connection reminded me, sorry, side tangent. I watched a documentary expose about how these people would get like contacts overseas and they would like have them go buy all the Pokemon cards that they could get and then like have it sent back to the United States so that people could sell it over here. It was the craziest thing I've ever heard of before in my life.
Get us them fancy baits. So this is the Gilly, and one thing that I really like is when you let it falls pretty slow. So to me, this is going to be an awesome frog follow-up bait. I didn't have it rigged when I was frog fishing, which was stupid of me. Or I just think like throwing around grass lines or spots. To me, it's going to be a target thing. And I'm sure there's different ways you can fish this on a jig head. And actually, they showed that here. Texas rig. I think somebody was showing fishing on a jig head. A bunch of different ways you can fish it, but I've just had it rigged like this. Actually, no, I have my nose rigged weightless with a screw-in deal, and that is an Alex Rudd rig. I saw it on one of his videos. It falls slow, but the thing is when you pop it, dude, it looks so freaking spot on. I'll have to do some pool tests and show you all. Like when you pop it, the tail has like kind of a cross shape to it. So it does like a tail flutter and then it like dies. And dude, it looks just like a freaking dying gill. Like how they'll like, oh, I'm still alive. And they're just kind of giving up. Like, but it might not catch fish. Maybe it's caught me in one of those things, but I thought it
caught the fisherman, not the fish.
Yeah.
Do you know if they like 100%? I mean, I don't know how you would ever know, but is there anything or any way to look up like potentially if there was some sort of collab with, somebody in the JDM market with companies around here and they just kind of got together and they're like, hey, I'll give you a kick in or whatever. And
I don't think so. From what I was reading, people were saying, oh, they ripped them off. And it's like, so gotcha. Nobody else can find these. I don't even know if G-Fan's in here. He's one of my resident JDM experts. He might know. Fishing the Southeast too is a JDM guy. But yeah, I don't know what the whole story behind it is. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you guys are bringing this up, but I've never freaking even heard of that lure. you can't find it. So I don't know. I don't know. People
Yeah,
kind
and
of
good
rip
luck
on
for
like
us
Strike
here.
King and Berkeley for. Yeah.
Good
We're like,
luck
where are
for
we
us
gonna
here in the
find it?
Midwest to find it. It's going to be even more difficult. We'll find it in 7 to 10 years.
Yeah, I finally got some of those, Randy.
Have
Shut
you
up,
ever
Debo.
heard
I
of
use the
those?
new Flipple Flopper.
ever-
It's the best lure on the market.
You ever heard of them fancy chatterbaits they just came out with last year? Got me a bunch of them.
I finally got me some jackhammers. Randy, nobody throws jackhammers anymore. Those are so 2020.
What? Huh?
What's that? Get off my lawn, too, while you're
Get
at
off my line.
it. Let's see.
Don't you see the sidewalk?
Okay, well, I'm scrolling through. Man, there's so many labor entries. Hashtag labor. Hashtag labor everywhere. Congrats.
Yeah, I've been watching. I haven't seen a whole lot of questions.
I'm going to go back. So I will say, I don't think Tackle Warehouse has them up yet, but the new Berkeley, speaking of Chatterbait trailer, I don't even remember what the hell they call it, the Stinger. So actually, I was wrong about this one. I thought this had the same back end as the Gilly. I thought all these were raised. It's actually opposite. So these little lines here are raised. Can you see my mouse when I'm talking or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought all these, like these open spots were raised like the Gilly, but they're not. So all these open spots are like indentions and just these lines are raised. But Omnia did have a few of these in, so I just grabbed one pack. I think all they had left was green pumpkin. But here, this one actually shows it better. There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So those are holes, like those are divots, I guess, in the bait. So it's kind of cool looking. It's kind of like this honeycomb looking deal. I'm excited to try it. I didn't put it on. I fished the Slobber Knocker, which is also a Berkeley bait with the Missile Baits Mini D chunk. Looked awesome. Stubbins, I don't know if he was jumping, but that's another kind of cool one I want to test. Maybe they caught me with it, but here Travis says, been seeing YouTubers having success on the Gilly, skipping under overhanging trees and docks. Looks killer. That makes sense. Yep. I bet it would skip pretty well. We have a family tackle shop that carries all the special lures. It's so awesome. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Pricey, yeah, I'm sure, but a family tackle spot like that, mom and pop spots are always cool to go in and shoot the crap, see what's going on. And Creek and Trail says Iconelli made me not want to fish the Gilly. Iconelli is he's definitely out there with the Berkeley stuff, proud sponsor of him. He's got some funny stuff. I think he also does stuff to like F with people. Like people were reaching out to me saying, Debo, have you tried the new rig that Iconelli showed? So it's you take a drop shot hook, and instead of tying like the Palomar knot on the drop shot, you put a bobber stop on, put your hook on, then another bobber stop under it. And they're like, oh, it looks so cool. Yeah, then your hook can move. I'm like, this literally makes no sense to me. I'm like, he had to have been messing with people, because like as soon as you go to set the hook, that hook's just going to slide down. Like you're not going to get any penetration. I don't know. People, I'm like, I think he's effing with you. Like this can't be real. I never heard anything more of it.
It was the weight, right? The
hook, the actual hook.
Or yeah, the hook.
Yeah, using a bobber stop. Dude, there's no way that would work. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the pros are doing it. It's a hidden secret, but
it's a super secret technique of hook sets.
Jermaine, yes, I think Rudd told me that too. I was talking to him. He said try putting a nail weight in it to get it to drop a little bit quicker. I was really thinking of using it as like a follow-up bait, so I had it rigged just weightless with that nose rig. But dude, it like, I don't know, it looks sweet. I'll have to try it. Chris, have you caught any? He said I nose rigged mine, had a 16th nail weight in the belly. Did you catch anything on it? Or does it just look good and it's only caught us fellow fishermen? Hey, Arthur's in the house. Need to run. Good show, fellows. Thanks for the info and entertainment. Arthur, we need to get you on. We need to do a bait maker night.
What do you think the last ability on those? I can't even think of the word right now. The
gentleman's scholar. You mean durability?
Yes, last ability I like better. What's the meneology?
Hammer says I can only not Mr. Mellow. Not, yeah, he's not a mellow guy. He is He's pretty funny, man. He has his own character and puts fun on the sport his way. I mean, it'd be boring if everybody was just because that's the weird part. People ask me about pros, and I just don't know any of them personally. They're like, "Who are a couple you'd love to fish with?" I'm like, some of these guys, it's like just hard to tell. Like I think Johnny Cox. The more I watch him, I think he might be my dude. Likes to power fish, shallow water. He jokes, but I think I could learn a crap ton from him. That's like people would ask me, I want to go fish with KVD. Like I don't know that KVD would be that fun. Like I would learn loads upon loads, but I feel like I'd be in the back of the boat, like trying to crack jokes and like I like to have fun fishing, but also learn. I have a feeling he'd be like looking at me a lot like, "Shut your mouth, we're fishing."
He'd be like, "Time
Okay.
out, Debo. You sit down and put your rods down and think about what you just did."
Yeah, you think you're
I
a
could
pro
be
'cause
totally
you're on
wrong.
YouTube. I'm the man. No, I wouldn't put him that he's like a pompous jerk, but yeah, I don't know. Like it's so weird to judge like the pros just because I don't know him. But it have to be somebody that we can
G-Man.
joke with, have fun. Yeah, G-Man's another one.
Dude, I used
Yeah.
to, I think I still follow G-Man on Instagram, and there was at one point in time they had a blizzard in his neck of the woods, which was, no snow at all. And he was just cracking up. He was like getting his tape measure out and he was putting it down into the snow, and it wasn't even covering up the little metal piece on the end. He's like, "Snowpocalypse update number 15. Still getting snow." I think he would be a super funny dude to fish with.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Matthew is a JDM nerd as well. Probably Nathan. Not even is Nathan. Illuminathan, is he a JDM guy? Oh, he was talking about is the gilly the most marketed bait in the last couple years? Oh, damn. That's a good question. Yeah, how much money do they put into marketing some of these baits? I don't know. That's a good question, but it's Izzy. Yeah, it's is or is a. Who said it? Matthew said it somewhere here. Was the name of that? Yeah, Izzy marketed it that hard. Yeah, and they were like the original ones. So Izzy or however you say that. Yeah, I looked at it and they do look pretty similar. So it's like, yeah, I don't know how far you go into like, did they copy it exactly? Did they take inspiration? I don't know, but it's like, it'd be like hamburgers. If one company made hamburgers, there'd be no reason for anybody else besides McDonald's. If McDonald's was the first fast food hamburger deal out there, so I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, they're kind of gross though. So,
Dude, you know what I do love, and I know you'll join me on this one.
what, a McRib?
An MF. No, those are gross as hell. An MF and Filet-O-Fish.
Oh yes,
Dude, I will
oh,
crush. I will crush a couple of Filet-O-Fish. You order
I
two
actually just.
Filet-O-Fish. You take the bun off of the one, put
Ooh,
the fish slice on, scrape the tartar sauce off the second one, put it on the bottom. That way you've just got one bun, two
double
fillets,
stack.
double the tartar. Oh, that's how you get them.
Whatever you do, don't ask for extra tartar on a filet-o, because if you do, I think it pisses them off, and they're like, "You want extra, huh?" You're like, you open up the little box, and you're like, "Is there even fish underneath this
Oh,
top
dude,
of
that's how I
bun
like
and
it.
tartar?"
Yeah, cover that
It's
thing in
too
tartar.
much.
Oh, it's if you have
Oh,
to eat it with a spoon, that's where it's perfect.
oh, hot tartar
If it's like
sauce.
B's and G's, but with Filet-O-Fish and tartar sauce, that's how you want it, dude. So Nick asked, "How is the slobber knocker, dude?" I talk about a bait that not only caught me a bunch of fish, but I think there's going to be some legitimate um, competition. Now, I'm sure it's not going to get the fame of um, the jackhammer just because of how popular that is. I don't think a lot of people are going to want to switch, but I will say, and it's probably not going to be too easy to see here, but the way the blade attaches into the middle of the head, and there's that hard, um, like a clevis, I guess, that goes. So here's the head, the hard clevis that goes through. Normally, when the chatterbait comes over, because it's connected to that line tie, it will have a tendency to roll. With that clevis that goes through in the blade can only go so far, and it doesn't allow the blade doesn't allow when you're pulling on it to allow the bait to fall completely off to the side. It was way more weedless than a regular chatterbait. However, my argument to that is you could just use a cross eyes jackhammer that's weedless with the two wires on it and get away with that. So I don't know. I had a really good day on it. You'll see the video coming up either late this coming week or the week after Monday. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. So
Creek and Trails really has a this or that for you to answer. I have no dog in
was
that
it
fight.
this one?
I have
The
no.
Daiwa one?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, I did see that. Thank you. I forgot I can highlight comments now that I uploaded or that I upgraded. Okay, 150 tattoo. Okay, so the Daiwa 150 or Daiwa Tattoola SVTW. So just to show you all what he's talking about here, we will go over to the screen sharing device that is StreamYard's screen sharing.
Hey, both those run that T-Wing or what?
They do both have the T-Wing. Yep.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Shut up, Randy. Keep drinking your Surge. Okay, so he's talking about the 150, which is 169. And actually, let's just see. Did they change this so it shows in the cart now for the Daiwa reels? Let's go with a 7-3-1, which is one that I have. And I think this is probably one of the best all-around reels. So that's 169. It doesn't show here, but when you actually go to checkout on PayPal, it will reflect that, just so you guys know. I don't know why they can't advertise stupid gnats in here. I don't know why they can't advertise that. But anyway, so he's talking about this one. And the big thing with this aluminum frame, aluminum handle side plate, it's got the old Daiwa knob that I freaking love. I don't know why they changed that on some of these. Does it show an upside down version? No. But that's Tattoola 150. It is a little bit bigger frame. Daiwas are a little bit longer, so I know people with smaller hands don't really like them. I don't have super large hands. I can just barely palm a basketball, and they fit me perfect. So if that's any help. So that's the 150. Now, if you bump up 40, I think, bucks to the SVTW, the first one where you're going to get that boost into it to the $200 price point. Did I skip over it? Not the 70. I don't think he's talking about the 70. That's the smaller size. I must have skipped it. SVTW 190, 199. So yeah, $200. So $40 more. I hate the handles on this one personally. Now, this one I don't believe has an aluminum side plate. That's another big thing. It's got an aluminum frame is all, so not the aluminum handle side plate. So for me, this is a couple different uses for these. You've got the SV parts. This is the first one you get the SV in. Casting lighter lures or casting lures easier, I should say, with like less effort. I think this one excels at. Again, not an aluminum handle side plate, this one. So if you're going more like flipping, jigging, frogging, I would go with the 150 all day. Just for your all-around reel, chatterbaits, moving baits, or maybe just a reel you want to throw stuff a little bit smoother, easier, I think this is the reel. That's kind of where I would put the two in a little bit different categories. What are your thoughts on that, Creek and Trails? Do you already have both? Would you have said the same thing? Interested to see what you say. What else do we have? Let's see. We're at an hour 42. Maybe we'll go maybe another 15 minutes, a couple hours, and we'll get out of here. Give us some more of the this or that. I love these. That's a fun game to play. We can look up more lures too if there's any exact questions on lures or looking up stuff. And remember, most of this stuff you can get on sale right now. So now's the time. People always ask, where can you find good deals? At minimum, you can get 15% off on stuff from Tackle Warehouse. So, like I said, you go over to Omnia, find sale stuff, use their code, American Legacy. A bunch of places right now have sales, so now's a good time.
Fat Boy actually did say you get a McChicken and a McDouble, take the bottom bun off of both, and stick them together. He's not going to say what it's called in public, though.
That sounds horrible. One other thing I do, this is funny, years ago, I saw a guy order in front of me. Do you ever play that game? We used to play that game where we would go to the place to eat, and the person in front of us, you had to get exactly what they got. Like, as long as it was food. Like, if they just ordered a drink, you didn't have to.
Sure.
So dude got 2 McChickens, no lettuce, add pickles and American cheese. So it's a chicken sandwich with pickles, cheese, and mayo. Dude, it's freaking killer. Try it. I love it. That's the second thing that I get there. If I don't get Filet-O-Fish, I get the McChicken, no lettuce, add cheese and pickles. It is amazing. You'll thank me later. And they're only like a buck something, $1.50 or whatever they are. Eric, dang, with the $10 bomb, I completely missed this one, dude. Have you checked out the Beast Coast Blade Runner? No, that was another one though. Blade Runner. Beast Coast website has, I think, 20% off everything. Actually, we can go check now real quick. I used to buy all of my tungsten there. However, I will probably start buying it from American Legacy because I order from them so much more. I haven't ordered directly from Beast Coast in quite some time, but East Coast does have some cool different stuff. I have not used the brand new plastics. They have one that looks like, actually, this might be kind of fun to look at because I've not used them.
You want to share?
I am getting there in a second. I have to stop sharing the warehouse of tackles. Share Beast Coast. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it said they had 20%. Yeah. So take 20, use take 20 at checkout. You can save 20% off site wide. So Dan, that's actually really good if they allow that on. Let's just see. Do they allow that on their tungsten? I always get their no chip tungsten. It has worked really well for me. Good prices. Let's see. 3/8 is kind of a go-to. That's what I figured. They would probably be sold out of a lot. So let's see. That's 99 cents. Let's add it to cart and then do. Oh, you have to add the thing. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing it says everything on the site. So I'm guessing you could probably even get your tungsten at 20% off, which is a good deal. But anyway, the soft baits. So the Blade Runner. So this is their new specific to, what's a good color to show? Specific to a chatterbait bladed jig trailer. Kind of interesting because the tails are split. So they can move, kind of independently. There's no real action to it. It's just kind of segmented here, kind of like the Zacco. And then the back of it's almost like the deal, the Berkeley deal. Do you think they just copied off Berkeley, the deal, and made this?
I mean,
I'm joking.
They all do.
I'm just stirring the pot.
I know. Hey,
yeah, it looks cool. Googies. What about Googies? Did they copy people?
I was just trying to stir the pot a little bit more.
Oh, here, this is interesting. What's it say? For more erratic worm-like action, just clip one of the tails off at the stem. Oh, that's cool. They even give you hacks there. Cut one off, and it's like a straight tail worm deal. I've not tried them, dude. I have not tried them, but they do look neat. And then the other one was their flippin' bait, which reminds me of the old Pit Boss. Who was it? Somebody was asking if I'd see. Baxter, Baitman, was showing these when he was on. So very reminiscent of the, almost like a Rage mixed with the old Pit Boss type thing. Those look pretty cool. But I have not tried either. So there you go. There's another one, 20% off if you like Beast Coast. Go ahead up there stuff. So Eric, thank you very much for the $10 bomb, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Let's see. Drop a shout out from Matthew. So South Jersey is streaming after this. Do you have a? Oh yeah, you've got. Who was the one I watched you in? Of course, you and Mr. Bass. You had the one swim bait one that was good. I was thinking Tyler's. All right. Well, we got a late night show for Matthew. Everybody go rate his afterwards. Let's see. What else?
Oh, jeez.
I'm that far behind. 9:23. We're talking about
this.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, you said 9:35. You can find it whenever you can find it.
Okay, we're rolling up. People are talking about pros. Oh, dude, Matt Robertson, absolutely. I think he would be another fun dude to fish with. Yeah, why the hell was he in his underwear though? I didn't see the story that people were posting. He was in his underwear on his boat in his little tidy whiteies out there fishing. I don't know if he got his pants wet or something. He had to jump in or what, but he seems like he'd be a riot to fish with.
Okay.
What else? Oh, Illuminathan, the bull flat. Yeah, that's another cool one. I actually grabbed a couple of those. Is that the one that has the? Let's see. I think that has the flippy deals behind it.
The flappy flippers?
Flappy flippers.
Technical term.
Oh, the Issy gill flat. So that's the gill they were talking about. No, what's the gill thing that I'm thinking of? It's bull gill or something like that.
Bull gill.
Plastic. Bull gill. Let's see. So that's the one we were talking about, the Izzy or Issei or however you say it, gill flat. That's the one like the Berkeley Gilly. Look it up. What else? Whoa,
I think that's going to be my new replacement for profanity in the future. Bull gill.
Bull gill.
Bull gill. I just stubbed my toe.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead, man. I'm missing all. Now we're on my McChicken talk. You said 9:35.
Yeah.
What else?
There hasn't been a whole lot that as far as no real this or that. So now we're talking about forgetting pants after we pack up our tackle.
So what time? 9:35 was who had it? Oh, this one? I can't believe we did have this tonight, but this or that, Googie or the Sixth Sense. Yeah, man, that's a whole. I've heard the drama, I guess, behind that. I have no clue. I don't follow all that drama. That close.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, Randy, yes, you have.
Negative.
That's because you choose not to get into it because you don't think the Googies have done anything wrong anywhere.
What did I make sure and show you today when I was at the old Shields? Made sure
I don't know.
Pointed out.
You made sure to show me all the green packages in your car that were next to you, but I couldn't tell what any of it was. And he said, "I might have got a couple Googie things, but I can't show you what." Anyway, yeah, I don't get into the drama of all that. I don't know who copied who or what the whole deal was behind all that, but I've used a few Googie things. I've used a few 6th Sense things. I think 6th Sense has some of the best crankbait colors on the market, so I think their cranks are pretty hard to beat. Plastics, I really haven't used many plastics. The Clout I've used with a lot of success, which is like their stick bait.
Yep.
So
I've used their their Clout, I can't remember what they're called. They're their prawn. I've used the prawn, and there's another one like the prawn. They're all, craw type of baits. I really do enjoy their durability, though. They last. The 6th Sense baits do. Knew this or that.
Tackle but forgot his clothes. Well, did he really forget his pants? Dude, that's like the worst dream you can have. And he's like, "Oh crap! This was real life. I didn't go to school and forgot my pants. I went to fishing and forgot my pants." Where I'm on TV. Oh, the Depths Bull Flat. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Vincent, thank you. The Depths Bull Flat. I grabbed a couple of those. Yeah, Illuminate and got a Depths Bull Flat. Yep.
Chris Russ did say it's the Stroker Craw is the other one that I like for 6th Sense.
Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm. Both good. You
okay,
got a donation with a this or that, I believe.
Bourbon or rye? Tober, oh my goodness. To be where I'm not adventures. Good Lord. I was going to pronounce it as something completely different. Bourbon or rye? I'm definitely a bourbon guy. I like bourbon a lot. But
I like myself some rye.
I like sweet whiskeys, sweet bourbons.
I do like an Irish whiskey too.
I don't like it where I drink it and it feels like it's burnt off every hair in my nose. Like I actually like to be able to enjoy it. It's not a whose chest is hairier competition for me.
You just got to be more of a man, I guess.
I guess so. Okay, so let's look over. There was one other thing I wanted to show. Let me jump over real quick here to the warehouse of tackles. And so another thing, and Baxter did bring this up when he was on too. This is oftentimes what I do, like when I'm going over to Tack Warehouse, instead of like going through all the brands and stuff, you can scroll down and go to new items, which is what I'll usually do. Like if people are talking about, oh, have you seen this, that, or the other? No, I don't know what it is. But what do you all think of this one? So I did order one of these. They're expensive, I know, so brace yourself. $17. But this is kind of an interesting thing. So the Teckles Sprinkler Frog is one that I've talked highly about. Actually, speak of one that I haven't used in a long time. I haven't thrown the the old Sprinker for probably a couple years. I don't know that I threw it at all last year. Maybe once, twice. So the Sprinker was like those Toad Runners. I am sharing, right? Yeah. Where it's a radioactive. It's a frog, but well, why don't I just look here real quick? Go to Teckle, and I will show you all real quick, and then show this one because I want to know what kind of everybody that we've still got on thinks of it. So the Sprinker that I've had a lot of luck on is like a paddle tail with a swivel here, and you cast it out. It floats just like a regular frog, but you reel it in, and it's got this paddle tail back here that bloops. So bloop, 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 kind of a soft buzzbait, soft frog type deal together. A lot of luck on it. I've caught some really good fish on it. I saw this one come out. Some people were asking me about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick one up. I don't know what to think about it. So this is the Clinker hollow body wake bait. Allows anglers to take the water to an explosive new hybrid that gives bass, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so blending a wake bait and a hollow body frog with this clinky metal tail deal on back. What do you all think of this? I'm interested to see. This was something I wanted to post earlier and see if people had seen it. What do they think?
Is there a different view of that? That frog, or
no? I don't think so.
It hasn't updated on my TV yet, so I can't really.
So it's got the metal deal back here. There's a little thing that sticks down. This is in here, so it wakes, and then it's got like the little Colorado blade here that clinks. So a clinking, waken. What do we all think? Let me go back to comments.
It'd be pretty interesting to. I just don't know if you're fishing around any type of vegetation, how bad that's gonna freaking pile up with gunk.
Super cool action fish in the Southeast says. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what people kind of think. Let's see, not a lot of talk on it. I've seen it fished in vids. Have to keep your rod high and reel fast to keep it on the surface. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That's about it, though, I got from people. Watch Hideki's, or Hideki, or however you pronounce his name, video on this. Yeah, that's actually where I saw. They had the thing on Tackle Warehouse. It was like a Tackle Warehouse ad thing of him like fishing it and talking about it. I was like, that's interesting, but I don't know if it's exactly what I would think of as like, more of a wake bait than a frog. Check out the wild rat color. It's got the little ear on it and the little whiskers. That's funny. I just got the black one. Black is what I throw 90% of the time, 95% of the time for frogs, probably. So I don't know. I don't know that I like the shark gill too, just because it's called shark gill. Okay, so that's all I had. What are we at? We're almost at 2 hours. What do we have for questions? Any other questions? This or that? Do we get a couple more? This or that? And then we'll get out of here. We've got 3 minutes? Still 200 people in here. I love you guys. I can't believe people stay with me this long and watch. Let's see. Yeah, so Vincent says, I'm not sure how you consider that a wake bait. Well, it's not yet. In the front, it's not a wake bait, but in the back, this blade creates like a drag and it wakes at the surface. It's weird. Yeah, check out the video on Tackle Warehouse. And then the clinker, I don't know how like clinky that gets back there because that's going to be like kicking around under the big blade, that little Colorado blade.
Have you thrown that? What's it? The Z-Man Moon Eye thing that I gave you?
I don't think I have.
It's kind of got that same blade, but like so basically it's a finesse chatterbait.
It's a willow blade. Yeah, I think it's called something blades.
Is it the
willow blade? No, it's called like the willow blade, Z-Man willow blade or something like that.
I wish my name
was like a little finesse chatterbait.
I wonder because it kind of looks somewhat similar to the top blade. I wonder if it has something like that because I know that thing's got some crazy action when you just do a quick half reel or anything like that.
Here's a good one from John Long. So see, this depends on how junky we're talking about here because back when it's been a couple of years ago, gosh, it's been maybe even longer than that. Randy and I did a challenge at one of our lakes, and I brought out my old Zebco Rhino rod, and that thing, I was catching like pound and a half fish, and I'm like, how the hell did I ever fish with this thing? Mine might have just been a piece of junk, but like, dude, it felt like complete garbo trying to reel the fish in. So it depends on how junky we're talking. Like,
you almost came back in that challenge, and I threatened to cut your line and throw everything into the water, including you.
Cut my line and Spartan kick me in.
Yeah,
I would say it depends on your definition of dinks. If we're talking about like pound and a half versus 2-pounders, I would rather have top of line equipment, just catch a bunch of 2-pounders all day.
Yeah, I think same boat. I mean, it's so much nicer to throw something that feels nice to throw and catch fish on it, you know? That's benefit.
Jason, this or that during the fall, jerk bait or drop shot? Without a doubt, jerk bait. I love this spinning jerk bait in the fall. Lots and lots of fun. What else do we have? This or that, T-bone or ribeye from Dave Galloway. Dude, I am honestly not a big red meat, solid cut of red meat guy. I really don't eat steak. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate a steak. Yeah. I mean, I love, you know what the big thing has been for me lately? Maple, are they maple bacon? Maple something bacon brats from the Edgewood Locker here. Dude, they are freaking amazing. I know that's not a steak,
So they don't have fairways out here, but they do have fairway meat markets. So it's the best part of fairway. It's just nothing but their meat section. And they have these bacon
Willow Vibe is what that was, Randy. Willow Vibe.
Oh, yeah. Bacon wrapped pork medallions that are marinated in like this. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh, my Lanta.
Those things are delicious.
What, this or that? T-bone or ribeye? So is that, is a New York strip on the one side and you cut it off and that's, because isn't it like two things on a T-bone?
Fillet. I thought it was fillet and, was it fillet? Is it ribeye on the other side? It's fillet and ribeye?
It's a T-bone because it also has the ribeye in it?
Yeah, so it's, I thought it was the fillet, the filleted mignon. Maybe I'm wrong.
David said blasphemy. Dude, the last one I had was actually like the last good steak that I ate was, I think it was like a skirt steak or something. It's one of those that used to be like a cheap steak at a place. And they cut it super thin and just like flashed it super hot. And dude, it was super tender.
Yeah.
And it was really good. But
I mean, that's the
fillet
big
and
thing
strip.
is you just got to get it. You got to get it quick. And, oh, man.
Quick and hot. All right. Well, I think we're Illuminathan. That will be showing. I'll be showing that soon as well. Yeah, the kick knockers are dope if you like the Vixens. We did talk about that a while back. I was throwing Nathan. I don't know if you've thrown the Excite Baits Heckler, but I know there's like a whole story. I don't know if you know the whole story behind that. Baxter was like, I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but I've heard a bunch of people talk about the different things of, because I never had one of the original Vixens and I wasn't about to pay $100 or whatever the hell people were trying to sell them for on eBay. So I did get one of the repops when Reaction Innovations kicked those out. I grabbed one of those and I'm interested to see how all three of them compare, but I did grab a kick knocker as well. One of the Teckle kick knockers that's supposed to be like a Vixen. So, all right. But anyway, listen, we're getting out of here. 2 hours of fun, 2 hours of talking fish and sales. Go check it out. Save some money. Go buy some stuff. It's our other addiction if we can't fish. So many of us like to just go buy gear and nerd out over gear. Listen, it's okay. There could be a lot of other worse things we're into. So love y'all. We're out of here. Randall, be safe. Have fun. One of the two. And until next week.